Hello Cancer, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Cancer for the month of July. First and foremost, a very happy Cancer season. Very happy birthday to you, Cancer. Do hope this July is great for you. But do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Cancer, let's go ahead and see what we have coming forward for you here for this brand new month of July 2025. Now, there's a lot going on astrologically here in this month. We have Uranus moving into Gemini, which is a pretty big one. We have a Mercury retrograde. Yes, Mercury retrograde is back on July 18th. And then we also have, of course, before the retrograde, we have a full moon in Capricorn. But yeah, there's a lot going on here. So let's go ahead and get all of these cards set up, get everything in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right. I think that's looking just about good enough to meet. All right. Energy on the bottom. You have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is a card that may signify the past. I think some of you here, it signifies the past, right? So this can be your past life if you subscribe to that. This could be memories of love, right? Some experience that you've had in the past that you're sort of thinking about. This is, interestingly enough, one of my Mercury retrograde cards as well, because the Six of Cups may indicate someone from your past coming back in, which is something that happens during retrograde. So somebody from your past could try to re-enter here during this month of July. This can also refer to the family that you were born into, the homeland. Let's see what this is about here, okay, as we look at this Six of Cups. I'm not getting much here right now, but it felt like this is not a love reading, okay? So, yeah, this is not a love reading. So I don't know about somebody from your past romantically coming back in. There may be a colleague or a situation with a colleague that is resurfacing for you during this time. I will say there could be a past work issue that's coming back up and resurfacing for you here in July. And when I say issue, this may just be, like I say, like a matter, right? So this could be maybe in the past you have kind of positioned yourself or requested a job raise, and you may be kind of like trying to like bring that topic up again, raise that topic back up again during this period of time. There may be something, there may be something connected to the past year with work that's showing up with the Six of Cups. You have a very good reading here overall. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at this Nine of Wands in the middle. So the Nine of Wands, this is a card that indicates perseverance in the tarot, okay? This talks about absolutely not giving up. The worst thing you can do when you get the Nine of Wands is to give up. And it says that the completion or the finish line is closer than you may expect or than you may realize with this Nine of Wands. So I think some of you have been sort of grinding. You've been working hard on something here for a long time with the Six of Cups and the Nine of Wands. I think that you could get some results this month on that. Yeah, I think you could absolutely get some results on that this month. I think that if you have any sort of like planning or preparation to do, it would be very wise to sort of try to get it done before the 18th of July. Now, I realize that sometimes you can't always do that, right? But yeah, this is something that's coming into my mind here. And I say that because of the retrograde. Like, for example, if you're planning a flight or a trip somewhere, try to get those tickets booked before the 18th. I say that because you actually have three big travel cards here, okay, in this reading. And they're in the corners, okay? So they're kind of on the perimeter for you. So if there's something that you need to do in terms of a trip, I would really get a hold on that in this month, okay? Let's go ahead and let's try to look at the first column here. You have the Eight of Wands, the Hierophant, and the World here. So the Eight of Wands may see you actually being in an airplane, doing some long distance flight or travel, and then the World, it can indicate international travel. So that's kind of the travel timeline. Some of you, I'm just going to throw out the warning. Yeah, just make sure that you get your planning done, and it would be wise to get it done before the 18th. Yeah, Cancer. So anyway, on another level here, I think some of you have been working hard towards something, okay? And I think that there's something connected to this hard work that is coming back up here with the Six of Cups and the Nine of Wands. And what I like is, I'm thinking probably first half of the month here, with this Eight of Wands, you could get a breakthrough in this situation because of the Eight of Wands here, okay? This is a card that indicates accelerated motion, things pushing ahead, things moving forward, things speeding up in life, okay? And I will say there's definitely some speed here on the reading. That is for sure, with the Knight of Wands as well in a diagonal. So I think things could be speeding up here for you, at least in the first half of the month, for sure. But I like this because the Eight of Wands, it can also indicate news coming in. Okay, so if you've been waiting for some news or an update on something, that is definitely a good sign. And it may be from an organization. Here, the Hierophant can indicate large groups or organizations that you belong to, such as your place of employment, or churches, or groups, whatever type of groups that you belong to. Hierophant also can indicate tradition. And what I will say is there's definitely another timeline here. I've been talking mostly about like people who are, working, and there's something that you're working hard on and you're looking for results. That's one timeline, but there's another timeline here as well. The Hierophant, it can indicate elders in your family, okay? And with the Six of Cups, some of you here are maybe working through some ancestral patterns, you could say. Okay, there's even a card in this Oracle deck called Ancestral Patterns. But like, some people really are like have an early experience in life that they take with them into adulthood. So the example I always give is like, maybe you had a parent that said money doesn't grow on trees, or a grandparent that said money doesn't grow on trees, and now here you are, you have this like scarcity. Sometimes you dip into scarcity mode at certain points in your adulthood and in your life. This may be connected to a pattern, like an early experience that you had. And with this Hierophant and the Six of Cups, some of you may be made aware of a pattern that you are holding on to that is not really you, but more so a pattern that you picked up from an early experience, from someone else, okay? And some of you may decide to call that out, okay? Some of you may decide to approach that or work on that. You have the World here as well, which is a major card of completion. So I actually really like this for you, provided that you don't give up, okay? Because some of you may feel a little bit tempted to throw in the towel, so to speak, here with the Nine of Wands in the World. But no, this thing that you've been working towards for a while, this is coming to a completion, and you'll have some success here with this World energy, for sure. So I like this for you. In the middle, you have the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Justice card. Seven of Swords may be a card that can indicate like feeling slighted or backstabbed in some way. Okay, it's a card of deception potentially. The more positive interpretations of the Seven of Swords may be a risk, like a calculated risk, or taking a strategic risk, or building a strategy, coming up with a game plan. I think you're more likely to be in the game plan strategy camp with this Seven of Swords here because of I'm not really feeling a weird energy from the Knight of Wands, which would be the only people card that you have here indicating a person, might be the Knight of Wands. So I don't know that, and we don't have any threes, right? Yeah, we don't have any threes. So I'm thinking that perhaps some of you here are calculating something like, what does it take for me to get from point A to point B? Okay, you're thinking about something here. Yeah, I would say so. And you're kind of doing like a little bit of a risk-reward assessment here with the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Swords around something. Okay, and you're trying to balance something out here with this with this Justice card. Justice card's all about balance in life, and it can say that we all get the outcome we deserve, right? So the Justice card really is about, it's about karma. Karma is the accumulation of our actions, and we all get the outcome we deserve based on our actions in life. And so it's a card that kind of weighs the actions that we've taken up to this point. You see the scales here, this idea of weighing, and it looks at them and it asks you to make an assessment of where you are. Do you want to change your actions? Do you want to continue with the actions that you're taking? What do you want to do? And I think that for some of you, you're doing a little bit of calculation here, okay, with the Seven of Swords and the Justice card around how does this close out? How does this complete here? I've been working hard towards something. How do I close something out here? Yeah. In the final column, you have the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. So I just noticed we actually have 3 eights. So we have 888. This is a number that I want you to be aware of for this month of July. Okay, you may see 888 on license plates, on your receipt when you go get Starbucks in the morning, or anywhere really. You may see the repeating number 888, and I want this to be in your mind for this month of July, that this is going to be a reminder that you have the power. The key word here is power when you see 888 to continue going forward. Okay, 888 is a number of power. Okay, you may even want to do a deep dive on that repeating number, but if you take the number 8 and you flip it on its side, you have the infinity symbol. Okay, meaning you have an infinite number of options, powers and opportunities to move forward. And you can really create, it's a number of abundance as well. 888 is a number of abundance as well. So it's a really strong number, and I would say be on the lookout for this. Now, with the Eight of Cups, this may see you walking away from something. I don't know, though, because I'm feeling like you're tempted to walk away from something. Yeah, 7, 8, 9 here. Yeah, for sure. But it feels like there's something that you need to stick to, okay, in this reading with this Nine of Wands. Yeah, there's something you really need to see through to the end. The World, Nine of Wands. Eight of Pentacles, it represents a talent and good progress being made in your life. It's a great card of even promotions as well in the tarot, but it's a huge talent card, and so is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so maybe when you see the 888 number, which you will see in this month, I guarantee it, I think you'll be seeing this number. Also know that just remind yourself that you are talented and that you are skilled. The Knight of Wands may see you moving or going somewhere, okay? This is a card I see when people move, but in this case, it could also be travel. But this is a jack of all trades as well, this Knight of Wands. Why don't we go ahead, let's try to get some more specific details for you here, Cancer. We'll go ahead and move into the clarifications portion of this reading. And yeah, we'll start off by pulling some oracle cards here for you. So let's see what we have. All right, let's see what we have. Okay. Not really getting much here. Let me just do a little bit more shuffling. Okay. There it is. And I think that's what, all right. All right. Energy on the bottom, you have Hermit, retreat and recharge. Okay. Yeah, I mean, with that Knight of Wands, I think some of you are really, really wanting to retreat a little bit, but you're so close to completing something is what I feel like saying. You have Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action, as well as Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Right there it is, right? Transform and unveil your gifts. You very clearly have a lot of gifts here, Cancer. Yeah, if you're watching this with this Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, it could be anything in life, by the way. But yeah, you have a lot of gifts right now. And this is something I think some of you may want to remind yourself of. I think maybe even going back to this early experience, maybe it could have been anybody. It doesn't have to be a family member, by the way. This idea of like early experiences. This could have been like a bully or, somebody in the neighborhood who said, oh, you're not good enough or whatever the case may be. And you didn't realize it, but you tucked that away and you brought that forward with you now. And this is maybe something that you're being made aware of as well. You have Winter, take care of your needs, and Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing, okay? All right, so there is a message here in the Oracle cards around giving yourself some time to like recharge if you need to, for sure, in this month. All right, let's go ahead and let's move into the tarot clarifications here, Cancer. All right, let's see what we have for you to clarify this reading. Now, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I do hope things are going well for you, Cancer. All right. Okay, you have the Death card here, Three of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, let me tell you why I like this Ten of Swords, okay? The reason why I like this Ten of Swords for you, clarifying the world, is this is a double confirmation that something's closing out, okay? I'm not getting a weird vibe here. Yes, these are three challenging cards in the tarot, but we have to take the whole picture here, right? We have to look at everything here. And the Ten of Swords is really an ending in life. And you have it with the world, which is more of a completion. But the idea is tens close something out. Tens signify the closure of something. And we've talked about in this reading here, with this Knight of Wands, you're pushing to finish something or close something out. So I like this, okay? I think that it's on the way. I think the completion's happening for you. The Three of Swords and the Hierophant. Notice in this card how it's sort of like raining, right? The Three Swords are going through the heart, indicating heartbreak. It's raining, indicating like a somber feeling, indicating sorrow. And the idea here is this is connected to this early experience, for sure. Yeah. With the Hierophant and the Six of Cups. Yeah. I think I'm pretty confident that some of you have some negative self-talk that you are using here. I think some of you are using some negative self-talk. And it's not serving you well, okay? It's really not serving you well. Because what I see is a person who's extremely skilled, talented, and hardworking. Okay, and I think that you're very close to completing something. So don't throw out the baby with the bathwater here at Cancer, okay? Yeah, because you're very, very close to finishing something out. I wonder if some of you have a tendency to quit before you complete something. If that is you, if it's not you, then that's not your message. So just don't take it. But if that is you, this is a real opportunity to show up for yourself and to see something through to the end. Yeah. Death card represents a transformation in life. It's a strong card. And you may get some news here that changes the way that you operate, okay? That transforms your situation. This is probably going to be positive. Let's see what we have. Yeah, you have the Four of Pentacles. You have the Tower. Okay. And you have the Three of Wands. All right, so the Tower, yeah, so you're getting some challenging ones here, right? You got the three that people really worry about, the Death card, the Tower, the Ten of Swords. But remember, these are tarot cards, and I try to take a positive approach on the tarot. So with the Tower, I think that this is a representation of you being released from this task or this situation that you've been in for a long time. The Tower, the people falling from the Tower were previously trapped. Okay, there was no way out for them, and now there's a way out. Okay, and I think that there's a real opportunity for you to make a change here. And this you may even surprise yourself, because really the Tower can indicate surprises. Yes, it can be a disruption. Yes, it can be a shock to the system. Would I be shocked to hear that some of you have a little bit of a hiccup or something doesn't go as planned? No, doesn't go as planned. No, I would not be shocked to hear that. Okay, there could be just like a wrinkle in your plans this month. There may be something that disrupts your plans temporarily, but I still see that you are completing something. Okay, you are absolutely completing something here. All right, it may not happen the way you think it's going to happen. Okay, as I always like to say, the line from point A and point B might not be a straight line, but you're going to get to point B. Okay, you're going to complete this. All right. You do have the Three of Wands, which indicates expansion and growth into something. It's a very positive card. It's another travel card, a lesser one, but it's another travel card. Something adventurous here happening for you. But this can see you growing, expanding, okay, in your situation. And then the Four of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords, we talked about how this could be risk-taking or making a calculated risk or building a strategy. I think that you're going to take that to heart here because the Four of Pentacles is not somebody who takes risks. In fact, the Four of Pentacles is the opposite of risk. This person is hesitant. They don't want to make a move with their money, okay? They want to hold on to their money. So you could apply this to any situation where some of you are really thinking about what is the next step here. We do have a 3, okay? We do have a 3. So we actually now have 2 3s. We have the 3 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Hanged Man. Okay. So yes, there may be a situation here. This is why we clarify with that 7 of Swords. If it's not about like building a strategy, taking a risk, there may have been a situation involving another person where you felt like you were slighted or backstabbed in some way. Okay, and yeah, there may have been a situation that happened for you here. You may also learn about something. You may also learn something about someone here that you're a little bit surprised to learn about. You then have the Knight of Wands and the Hanged Man. Okay, so what I would say is, for you, Cancer, with this, I like the double Knight of Wands because the Knight of Wands is somebody who wants to live an epic life. Okay, the idea of the Knight of Wands is to live an epic life. Okay, this card can come forward when you're ready to make a huge shift in life, and usually that may indicate like a house move or a huge trip or a complete career shift, right? And you want to live an epic life. The thing is, Cancer, you have the baseline set of tools, the baseline set of skills to do that for yourself based on this reading. So with the Hanged Man, it's like, when will you decide to do this if this is what you want? Okay, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is now. Remember that. So I say go for it, but I want you to make this decision for you, okay? Because I'm just a reader on tarot. I'm just a tarot reader on YouTube. So, but this reading says go. Okay, this reading says go, and forget about worrying about how you're going to get there, okay? Or when it's going to happen. On the bottom, you do have the 8 of Cups again. You're walking away. There's a bit of a walking away thing. I still think that if you want to complete something here, that you stick to it, okay? I still think that you stick to it. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the Kipper energies for you here, Cancer. All right, let's see what's coming forward in the Kipper energies. And we'll go from there. All right. You have official person. You have poverty. False person. Yeah, you have that again. Okay. Wealthy man. Change. Yep, there you are. And courtship. What's going on with this false person energy? Well, it's going to work out, okay? Distant Horizon says that you've got a bright future ahead of you. Okay, there's something nice here on the horizon for you, for sure. It feels like some of you may have a money wound. Okay, some of you may have an abundance, scarcity, like money wound here with poverty and false person, and this is derived from an early experience, for sure. And I think that there's an opportunity this month to work through that, definitely. I do think some of you feel slighted. Some of you may have felt like somebody gaslit you or something. There's some gaslighting going on here with false person, 7 of Swords, 3 of Cups. This is probably a work situation or somebody who's non-romantic. Okay, this is a non-romantic connection. Okay, is what I feel. That's what I feel based on this reading, because I just didn't get a lot of love cards for you. And it's interesting. This person may try to come back in. This may be a family member. This may be a family member here. Yeah, they may try to mend the situation for you, but with you, I should say. But yeah, you have a generally very positive reading. I would say it's time to go, Cancer. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.